In the frozen silence of the Alps, where storms can bury men alive, one dog became a legend. His name was Barry, and he saved more than 40 human lives. High in the Swiss Alps, where the air is thin and the snow never melts, stands an ancient refuge, the great St. Bernard Hospice. For centuries, monks there have risked their lives to save travelers lost in storms, avalanches, and the deadly cold. But among all their rescuers, one stood above the rest, a magnificent St. Bernard named Barry. Born in 1800, Barry grew up surrounded by mountains, silence, and danger. He wasn't just strong. He was incredibly calm, intelligent, and absolutely fearless, everything a rescue dog needed to be. He learned to smell life beneath meters of snow, to sense fear on the wind, and to guide the monks through blinding whiteouts where even humans could barely see. Soon, he became the hospice's greatest guardian. When travelers disappeared, Barry would lead the monks into the heart of the storm. He followed faint scents and footprints half buried by the wind, traces no human could ever detect. Time and time again, he found lost men frozen in fear, warmed them with his body heat, and guided them slowly back to safety. The monks began to say, "Where Barry goes, life returns." His most famous rescue happened one brutal winter night. An avalanche roared down the mountainside, burying everything in its path. Barry and the monks rushed out into the storm. Suddenly, Barry stopped. He sniffed the air, then began to dig furiously. Beneath the snow, he uncovered a child still breathing, but far too weak to stand. What Barry did next became legend. He lay down beside the boy, warming his frozen body. Then, carefully and gently, he lifted the child onto his back and carried him across the snow, step by step, all the way to the hospice. The monks said they had never seen anything like it. A dog simply refusing to let a child die. Barry saved over 40 lives during his years on the mountain. 40 people who lived because one dog refused to give up on them. He died peacefully, honored as a hero, and even today, the monks of the great St. Bernard Hospice keep his memory alive. In every generation, one St. Bernard is always named Barry, so that the spirit of the greatest rescue dog in history never disappears from the mountains he once protected. Barry reminds us that courage comes in many forms, and sometimes the bravest hearts walk on 4 legs. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please subscribe and share to support the channel.